G'day guys, welcome. This video is going to cover my process for creating this spiffy print-on-demand product you see in front of you, from sketching out the drop bear character right through to listing it on the website. And I've even included a little bonus tip at the end, so stick around for that. I tend to do all my sketching in Procreate, but if you don't have access to an iPad, you could just as easily do it on a piece of paper. I'm creating a drop bear character here. As you see, I go through about 1,000 mouths before I find one that I'm happy with. If you're not sure what a drop bear is, I suggest you do some Googling and pay specific attention to a British reporter being introduced to one by some guys at a sanctuary. That's worth a watch. As soon as I'm happy with the sketch from Procreate, I transfer it to Illustrator and make that layer more transparent so I can see what I'm doing above it. And then I use Illustrator's pen tool to trace a nice thick line over the top of my sketch. At this point I've got the drop bear's face, or parts of the face that I want to be symmetrical finished, so I reflect the side that I've drawn to create the other side of the face and line it up to match. Just to clear up that last part, when I said symmetrical, I meant to use the word symmetrical. With the symmetrical parts of the face finished, I move on to picking the nose. With the nose all cleaned up, I add in the carefully selected mouth. And after that, I'm going to add a new layer to Procreate below the outline layer to add the colour to the drop bear. Up to this point, I've been using the pen tool without any fill, but I add a grey fill while I'm doing this to colour in the outline that I've created. Because I've put the grey colour layer below the outline layer, all I need to do is make sure that I'm tracing over the black lines of the outline to keep my colours inside the outline line. At this point I'm going to add another layer below the outline layer but above the colour layer, and use a darker grey to add some shadow. After that, it's the same story with another new layer to add highlights. When I'm happy with how the drop bear looks, I create an outline and colour it red to give him a bit more presence. Then I delete the random triangle that showed up in the outline. I still don't know why that happened. If anyone can help me out with that, please let me know in the comments. From there I move on to making the text part of the design in Illustrator. If you're really observant, you'll notice me save this design with the text off center. So when I realised that's what I'd done, I went back and tidied it up before I moved on to the next step. I jump into Printful with the design all done and choose my t-shirt to load the design onto. I'm going with a navy one. In the next step you'll see these mock-ups. While I do go back and change it later, I don't worry too much about which mock-up I choose, and you'll understand why as soon as I give you this fantastic tip at the end. So why am I not so worried about Printful's mock-ups? It's because I use, this is the tip by the way, Placeit to find lifestyle mock-ups for apparel. This is a really great service. It doesn't cost too much each month, and you can use so many different things, not only to display your products but also to do things like YouTube intros and lots of different stuff. So I'm loading my t-shirt artwork onto here. I also make a hoodie with the same artwork, and in a minute you'll see some shots on the website of why I think Placeit's so valuable. With those images, it just takes your website or your Etsy listing to another level from your customer's point of view. Printful can give you a wide range of great clothing, but their mock-up images are pretty limited, so it helps not to have the same photo as everyone else does when it comes to listing your products. Did I say display in there? I think I said display. So here we are with the website showing the finished product. I think it looks so much better. All the images below the artwork there are images from Placeit, and they just help to give your website a more professional look. You effectively get pictures of models wearing your clothing. Who wouldn't want to wear a hoodie that's been worn by a guy who climbs mountains? So that'll be it for this video. If you found it useful, I'd really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I'll leave links below for all the software that I used, and also links to buy your very own Great Southern Drop Bears gear.